Sorry for the wait. I have been away, but I'm back. And as I was away, they were doing a little countdown a while back, telling everyone to be hyped up. They had special news for Mushoku Tensei, and everyone was excited. Me, I was like, all they're going to do is give us a release date. Then they're just going to give us probably some game or something they're working on, which I'm not excited. And they did. The only thing I care about was the release date for Mushoku Tensei Season 3, and we finally got it. It's going to be released in the summer of 2026. This year, baby. That's not so far off. The winter of anime just started, and I gotta say, it started out with a bang. We got some pretty good ones. And now we gotta wait through spring, and also we'll hit summer. Now, this is very special because we also got Tanya, Saga of Tanya the Evil. We got ReZero as well. And who knows when we get Shield Heroes Season 5 and everything, but we got some pretty big isekais coming this way. Not to mention Magical Girl Nanaha, Magical Girl Raising Project, and of course, the Modoko Magica movie. So we have tons of cool stuff we all been waiting for. Tanya, on the other hand, it's been years for Tanya, man. Last time we had Tanya, she had that movie, and that was it. And then she was on Isekai Quartet. I don't know what took so long for them to make a Tanya season 2, but I wonder if people really still care about Tanya because it's like we've been having ReZero content. People complain about ReZero like, oh my gosh, we only get ReZero when it's an election time, which is stop because usually it's around election time. Think about first season of ReZero came out in 2016, then it came out in 2020, and then it came out in 2024. But this time we didn't have to wait that long, only like a year or so. And 4C and ReZero is coming out this year. So they broke that record. Like, yeah, we're not waiting for another 4 years for ReZero. And so that's cool. Konosuba, who knows if they'll continue something. But then there's also, like I said, Tanya. Tanya also came out during the winter of around the time of ReZero, during like 2026 or something. And that took a while. And then ever since then, we had the movie and little chibi OVAs. But that was it. So it's been almost, in a way, 10 years since we had a sequel season to Tanya. So that's been forever. And hopefully it don't go badly as The Devil is a Part-Timer. You remember, The Devil Part-Timer came out years ago and stuff. And then when it came back, no one cared about it. It had 24 episodes, Devil is a Part-Timer. I didn't care about it. I was trying to watch it, like, I don't care about this, which is weird because I want to go back to watch the original season, the first season. I enjoyed it. I started watching the second season that came out. I just couldn't get into it. Something about it just made it terrible. So I'm hoping Tanya doesn't go through the same thing. Maybe this is why we don't have No Game No Life. Maybe if it does ever come back, it won't be as good as people thought it would be. We don't know. But Mushoku Tensei don't get to have that now, does it? Now, people complain about season 2 animation not being up to par, which, like I said, season 2 didn't have much fight scenes or things that was happening to it. It was more of an expedition when it comes to exploring new characters, and that was it. That was the main point of season 2. It only had some fight scenes in the beginning, and then really towards the end when Rudy's went to go save his mother, and that was it. So it didn't really need all that much of a buildup of good animation. It was already good as it was. I believe people's expectations how animation should be for shows can be very daunting, especially for the creators, the animators mainly, shouldn't be a thing in my opinion. If it's really good, people shouldn't complain about it. Like if it's nothing like One Punch Man or bad CGI like Berserk, I don't think people should complain. It could be worse. It could be like Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer and stuff. But no, it wasn't. It was great. It wasn't spectacular like season 1 because season 1 was the first impression. When you want to make a good anime, you're planning to really invest in it. You're all into it to show it off, show how amazing it is. And then you go on to something else to prove you can do other things besides Mushoku Tensei. Then people complain about what other animation you put into the studio is only through Mushoku Tensei. Whereas we had Anime, we had another one about the students on the beach. I can't remember the other ones that Studio Buying did. It's all kind of a blur. I mean, it didn't have much of an impact besides Onimai, and they had to change a lot with Onimai. So yeah, Underdogs they announced was also a video game, and like I said, I didn't care, man. Like I never really cared about any of the Mushoku Tensei video games. Be honest with you, the world, the characters, and the magic system that they have in Mushoku Tensei, if they really wanted to, if they really wanted to, they could easily make an amazing action RPG Mushoku Tensei video game. A really good one. Find a good studio that will be passionate about it and do it. Because think about it. Rudy's entire journey feels like an RPG, especially in season 1. Not in season 2, but really in season 1. You know, the tutorial can be him as a child. You're opening him up as the open stats, the classes, the way the fighting system is. He meets his characters. Then the Mana Calamity happens, and that's where it really starts opening up. He wakes up, he's in the Demon Realm content. You can also play Roxy with Paul's old group, and you can even play Paul as a special DLC or whatever. There's a lot you can actually do if you actually want to make a good Mushoku Tensei video game. Because it actually, the world itself could be an open world RPG if it wanted to. Because Rudy does travel to different places across the world to get back home. So that can easily be a thing. Easily, without a doubt. But unfortunately, we don't have that. We keep having these kind of, it's not even half-baked. I believe it's below half-baked video game ideas, which I do not care for. There was that one they had where it was telling about the backstory and side stories of certain characters, which was pretty good, but I could just go online and listen to those. But anything else, I did not care about. It's not that interesting. Now, what to expect from season 3? Well, they showed Eris, a fully grown Eris, looking all beautiful and sexy and very woman-like. Yes, she does make her return. When does she make her return? That's what everyone wants to know. Well, you can't read the manga. All you can really do is read the novels. See, the thing about the manga is that the manga takes its time. It never wants to go ahead of the anime. I remember when I first did this when Mushoku Tensei first got announced for an anime and stuff. The manga stopped on a certain chapter, and then when the anime finally aired, so did the manga. And then when that season stopped, so did the manga. So right now the manga is taking its precious time like a tortoise in order for us. So I'm betting the manga will go on break when it meets up to par with the end of season 2. My hypothesis, anyways. We'll see. But anyways, we are excited for this. I'm excited. You're excited. Ugh, I might finally have something that I can actually review besides Fallout. Oh, man. I also got one more video for you guys tomorrow, so stay tuned. But if you do like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit that bell icon. This has Madcrownxox, all anime. Signing out.